but when you think about 71, you talk about Wilt, Kobe, Elgin Baylor, David Robinson. What does it mean to you to be in that kind of air?
It's humbling. I'm speechless, to be honest with you, when you say that. I think, for me, not only did I do that, but I did it in an effort where we came back and won, and it's how we won. That's really what, for me, was like, man, like this is, nuts, to be honest. So yeah, I'm extremely blessed, humbled that I'm in that company, in that group. I've always believed I can be, one of the best players in this league, but I got to keep working. And this is a big milestone, but at the end of the day, we got to continue those guys have all won, at the highest level, and that's my ultimate goal. But to be there in the record books with them is truly incredible.
So,
yeah, Donovan.
I guess, what does this performance mean to you?
It means the world. It's crazy. Like, I try to, give my teammates all the credit, because at the end of the day, like I said, they trust me enough to make these plays, and they immediately go right back and say, nah, like, screw that, like, it's you know what I mean? And that just gives you confidence. And, I told Serena the other night, like, I hadn't played to my best of my abilities, and started in Toronto and in Brooklyn, Indiana, in the last game. So, like, for me, just trying to just be the leader that I can be. I haven't been the best, and just trying to just force myself into the game and be a leader. But when you have guys that are consistently in your ear every second telling you to keep going, it makes life, very easy. Sorry, I'm not even talking into the mic.
Going off that really quick, but do something, I guess, to turn that around.
Yeah, and I try to set the tone early, and, sometimes when you try too hard, you start messing up the other way. When you start, like, pressuring the ball, and now Ayo gets by me, now it's where defense is collapsing, putting ourselves in bad positions because you're trying to be over-aggressive. And then, I think we were all just out of sorts to start. And, for me, coming into the third, it was like, to make the simple play. Whatever that may be, whether it's, like I said, getting to the basket, trusting guys, finding guys, and, just get stops. And we were, like I said, keep plugging, keep fighting, and, just understanding it'll come.
Jason, want to be athletic. With all those big dudes out there, how do you want them involved?
Yeah, that's why I asked JB to, put Rolo in, because we worked on it in Toronto, but the guys seemed like they knew what I was talking about when I said Toronto, but they just told me they had no damn idea what the hell I was talking about. So, we did it so long ago, but, understanding that, I've done that in Utah. We went over that, and we went over how to miss. Like, that's how, like, to detail Quinn Snyder is how to miss, and just understanding that if I put it on the certain side, Rolo's gonna crash. I think it was J.A. and Rolo. I forgot what side they were on, but understanding that they're the priority. You got to go in there and fight and compete, and they don't have two bigs to kind of go in there and compete with those two. And knowing that the guy has to come from behind me to box me out. So if I could just get it on the rim with some loft and take off and use my athleticism to get there, make the play. But if I had missed the first one, I probably would have caught it and tried to find the corners. That's why you feel the corners out. That was just the thought process at the end.
So you like the loft rather than like the line? Did you ever score 71 points in high school, church league?
Nothing. 2K. 2K for sure. I definitely, when I first got into the league, I played with the Jazz, and I was just shooting it every time. I don't think I did it this efficiently in 2K, but no, I've never have, and it's the closest I think I've got was the bubble, maybe, when I had 57. But that was in a loss, so this one feels a lot better.
Chris Fedor.
Like, when in this game did you sense something special was going on?
Honestly, the free throw. Like, throughout the whole third and fourth, I was just trying to, like, anytime they score, just find a way to score. Just find a way to, whether it's myself, somebody, just score. Just score, just get us, keep us in positions, because I knew we were going to get stops. But once I made the free throw, that's when I was like, okay. Like, God's got something for me right out here. Like, it's I can go a few ways. The ball can go left, the ball can go right, but, it happened to go my way, and I made the layup. But once I made that, that's when I sat in the huddle, and JB and I started laughing. I was like, we might as well win the game, at this point. But the third and fourth quarter for me is just what my job is. I take it, and, it's going out there and just finding a way to win. But, the free throw was kind of like, that's why I couldn't stop smiling after that, because, it's just one of those things, and I'm glad we fought and got the win. Appreciate it. Thank
That's some give you.
you. Keep saying that. I keep like smiling. I don't know, man. It hasn't. I can't sit here. It probably will tomorrow. I don't know how much sleep I'm gonna get tonight, but it is what it is. Like I said, man, I'm humbled and blessed to be able to be in that company, to be in this position. But it's crazy to say, but this is just one game. We got Phoenix coming up, a talented group. We got to get our rest and get ready for that. Obviously DG and everyone playing tonight. We don't know what to expect in the future, but all of us got to be locked in and ready because and you got to give guys credit for stepping up, especially Raul and Robin. Whether Robin's 7 minutes or Raul's 17, like being ready when your bell is called continuously. Kevin Love stepping into the starting position seamlessly, that's what we got to do. And Phoenix is coming in. I think they lost, so they're going to come in on some stuff, and we got to be ready for it.
Good job, Jason.
One more on the free.
Man, I'm trying to remember. That's the first time it worked that I got the ball. I think I've done it. We've hit it out and we've missed, but I don't think it's ever worked. And for shooter to catch, it's been happening recently. Luka had 2 of them. I've watched the first one, so I was like, it'd be cool if I could go ahead and get one. But I think that's the first time that I've got it for sure.
How many times roughly do you think you tried that?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to say prayers up for the Bill's safety, man. I had heard about it, I didn't see it, but I wish him and his family. We're praying for him, all of us in the locker room. Kevin Love actually hit me on it and make sure we all want to, from the Cavalier organization, we want to wish the best and praying if everything goes well. So.
This on top of 7.
Well, I mean, you think about the 2 lobs that he made to Jarrett, down the stretch that were critical. It wasn't just about him scoring. He played the complete game and he dissected the opponent. And, to me, the most impressive piece of this is where we were to start this game and where we were at halftime. There's excuses to be made without Darius and Evan, right? We all could have said, oh, well, we're down 21. We don't have 2 of our starters. But he was determined to show that, this group and winning is the most important thing to him. There's not enough words. I've never been witness to a performance like that live. I think we've seen some of it on TV before, but we were treated tonight to, one of the greatest performances in the history of the NBA.
Danny
Cunningham, ESPN Cleveland. At what point did you realize you were being treated to one of the greatest performances?
His determination to get you guys to the win.
It was, a response, an understanding, who we are and how you lead and how you present yourself in the moment, and what's expected of us. Obviously, he went above and beyond, but, he wanted to show how much it mattered. And again, I don't know how many guys in our league who, in the moment, when it's needed, could go out and have a performance like he did tonight. It wasn't one of those games where, we were in control or it was back and forth or it was a blowout. In our favor, like every single play that he made was a play that was necessary. And, I don't know how many guys, in our league that can do what he did tonight.
At the end of regulation, you guys were sitting on the bench together. What were you saying to each other early since the trade and everything? So what's been so special about it?
It's genuine. Like, he's a really awesome dude. And he cares so much about this and this team. And, again, he's never put himself above the team. So, how can you not root for, pull for, give everything you can to help a guy like that? I think that's the way I feel. That's the way all the coaches feel, and his teammates feel that way also.
Jason.
How do you coach 71?
Get out of the way. You try to see what they're doing, and you try to figure out, how you can continue to create opportunities for the hot hand. He didn't need a lot of help from me tonight.
You do this on a night when you don't have Evan and Darius. I think
But, again, it was his understanding of what was needed to be done. Obviously he makes the first one, which is most important, And then we were able to make our subs to get some of the bigger guys in that could kind of block out and find that hole. And I mean, again, the basketball guys love these moments. And when you do the things that you're supposed to do, they show you favor. And I think tonight was an example of that.
Yeah. Ed and Dan all right down with JD.
I mean, after tonight, it's hard to say, that you have. I mean, there's obviously been some great players in this league, but I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know how many guys are capable of doing what he did tonight.
And what was the message to your guys?